Hi everyone. I'm Ben. I'm one of the plug and play guys. So today we're gonna have a podcast series. This is our very first series. We have Mr. Peter here as our one of our guests for this podcast. Peter, would you like to introduce yourself?
Okay. Hi, I'm Peter from Pete's Car Audio. Been doing car audio for almost 28 years now. Okay.
Yeah. Peter has been in this industry for a very, very long time. So, and that's why we have invited him here today to share a few of his opinions on our car audio industry. Um, um, the car audio industry has changed quite tremendously, lah, right,
Yeah.
Peter? Over the last 10 years. And our focus in this podcast series is to introduce to our viewers and listeners on the plug and play solution. Yes, so I will go right into it, Peter. The very first question that I would like to ask, and the viewers would like to know, why the need for better car audio? I think that's the very first question anyone would want to ask. Why the need for better car audio?
Oh, well, it actually depends on the individual.
Mm,
There are some people who are just happy with what comes from the car as original, where the sound is good enough, and most people, the general person would say it's clear enough and the bass has got some feeling and they're happy with it.
mm,
But nowadays, because of technology, there is a whole lot more that can be offered
mm,
in the aftermarket
mm,
for car audio,
mm,
of which a lot of songs, especially being driven off streaming services
mm,
like
mm.
your Spotify, your Apple Music,
The
your
high res
Tidal,
music.
your Hi-Res. So people have got access
Mm,
to millions of songs at their fingertips.
mm, mm,
And if they want to enjoy it in better detail
mm,
in the car,
mm,
having a better car audio in the car will actually allow them
mm,
to play with a wide variety of songs in very rich and fulfilling, I would say, fulfilling way lah,
mm,
of enjoying the music lah.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
Now there are some cars that already have a pretty decent system.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
But it also depends on the level of the person who wants to enjoy it.
mm,
All right.
mm.
And hence having a listen to the aftermarket audio as compared to the original, okay, there is a marked difference
Yeah. Yeah.
for majority of the cars.
Mm. I think I can safely say this. I think with all the stock speakers out there for all types of car and brands,
Mhm.
I think you would have a better solution to offer for sure. Right?
Yes,
There's always
yes,
a upgrade that you can
yes,
do to
yes,
better the sound.
yes,
Right?
yes.
Okay. But how do you think a proper audio system changes your driving experience? Because at the end of the day, it's it's in a car, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people would say that if I want to listen to music, I can listen it at home, right? Why in the car?
Okay. Why in the car?
Yeah.
First thing, if you're an avid listener to music,
Mm,
especially let's for example, certain songs that you really like,
mhm,
there are people who love to play it loud.
mm,
But when you're at home, you don't get a chance to
mm,
play it loud
right,
because you will irritate the neighbors,
mm,
your family,
mm,
okay, people who are trying to do something else and you
mm,
are playing your music loud.
mm,
That's one thing that also will in the car
mm,
you can play it at the volume level that you
mm,
want to
mm.
for your personal enjoyment.
I see.
Okay, that's
Mm,
one.
mm,
Another one would also be certain music,
mm,
because when you listen to it you are not just wanting to listen to the sound.
mm,
You want to listen to the emotions of the music,
mm,
how the music comes through to you.
Mm.
And on the stock system, some of them are okay,
Mm.
but a majority of them, it doesn't give you that portrayal of the involvement
Mm.
of that particular song
I see.
or track,
Or
you
the
know.
emotions that you get out
Yes,
of it.
and also the sound stage, you know,
Mm.
the sound stage, how all the instruments are placed, where the singer is placed,
Mm.
you know, and you can actually visualize as if as you are attending a concert
Mm.
with that
Mm.
singer
Mm.
in front of you singing to you.
Mm.
But most stock systems, they don't emphasize on that.
Yeah.
They emphasize a lot on just having the sound come out
Mm.
clear enough,
Mm.
and they stop there.
Mm. I mean, I actually got this from one of these car audio enthusiasts. I mean, he was telling me the music that you get in a car is is different from what you get at home. You know, the bass that you feel, it's like you said, you know, you can go really loud and you can actually feel the bass. And I guess in a car you would have a very compact and yet very um I don't know how to put it, like a 3D sound out of it, where as opposed to having a home audio, which is everything in front of you. Car, you would have that surround
Well,
sort of ambience kind of
yeah,
music,
well, I
right?
wouldn't use the word surround,
Yeah.
but rather the enveloping feeling
Mm,
when you
mm.
are in the
Car,
car
yes,
as
yes.
compared to a home.
Yeah, yeah.
But however,
Mm.
we are not talking about boom, boom, boom music
Yes,
in the
yes,
car,
yes.
okay? Not what some people think it may be. A lot of my customers will think, I don't want a boom, boom, boom car.
Mm.
No, we are not talking about
Yes,
that.
yes, for sure.
We are talking about nice, refined sound with tight bass, that you can enjoy
Yes,
in the
yes.
car, whether you play it loud
Mm.
or even if you play it soft.
Yeah, it doesn't tire your
It
ears out.
doesn't tire your ears,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right? And some stock systems,
Yeah.
when you play it a wee bit louder,
Mhm.
it does feel fatiguing to
Yes.
your ears.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, this podcast is about plug and play system. We both know that the car audio industry has made a shift, right?
Mhm.
As before, we only had traditional systems, with multiple electronics in the
Mhm.
car. DSP amplifiers, few amplifiers. We have a lot of things. But nowadays we have what we call a DSP unit, right? That basically has the power to do everything all in one, right? So I mean, I just want to ask you, how is a plug and play system compared to what we were doing before, a traditional system? I mean, how would you view the plug and play system now?
Well, actually, the plug and play system is actually an evolvement from the past, where just like most things, everything can shrink in size and be even more efficient and better performing. And hence, in the past, typical car we would do two, at least a minimum of 2 or 3 amplifiers. And then you got your speakers, you got your head unit that you need to put in, and especially a huge subwoofer at the back. But nowadays, gone are the days where nowadays these amplifiers and all these tuning devices which we used in the past, they're all consolidated into one and very efficient and very good power.
Okay, because a lot of people would think that we used to have like 4 or 5 people doing one job, but now we have only one person doing the job.
Yes.
Did you think that this one thing can replace the 5 persons capabilities and
Yes. Now with technology,
hmm,
especially so in the recent 5 years,
hmm,
the chipsets and the amplification, a lot can be consolidated into one, and it's doing a very good job. Okay, enhanced it also comes down to cars being modern nowadays. The technology of the cars is such that you don't have much space to put all this thing in. And hence the small size of this DSP and amp will come in very handy. Very handy. And also using plug and play, it can be well integrated into the car as compared to the past, where a lot of cabling running all over.
Yeah. I guess one of the perks of plug and play is also the wiring section, because plug and play, you don't actually cut any wires. You know, you use a original connector. And everything, it's pretty straightforward. You plug and then you play, as opposed to traditional system where complicated wiring system needs to be done, right? I think before, you know, you used to spend hours and hours wiring up the whole car, which is time consuming. And honestly speaking, it may not be, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that to my car, you know. But you know, if viewers have any questions that they would like to know about plug and play system, you know, feel free to ask on the comment section and we'll try to answer it. I think one last question before we go. In your view, how is stock system compared to upgraded system? Meaning, you know, after doing all these upgrades or all these add-ons, how is it beneficial to listeners, car users?
Okay. The first thing is, let's take a European and continental car, like your BMWs, your Mercedes, your Porsches, your Audis. They are supposed to come with pretty good audio. I can name you some name brands, Harman Kardon, Burmeister, your JBL, okay, your Bose system. Okay, they are not bad. However, those systems have been tuned for the way the Europeans are wanting to listen to it. And most of the time it's a little bit more laid back.
So Peter, back to that question I wanted to ask you, stock versus upgraded system, you know. We have a lot of cars these days, stock speakers that are branded. You know, I mean, most of these continental cars, I mean, as you know, comes with Harman Kardon, Burmeister, Mark Levinson, you know. So how do you think these cars can be upgraded, or should they be upgraded, you think?
Yes, absolutely. They can be upgraded. And why should they be upgraded? I'm going to answer your question. Why should they be upgraded? Because most of these systems are tuned for a commercial basis, meaning for, let's say, in Europe, okay, the sound signature that they are aiming for is for the mass market, all right, and hence us Asians, especially in the Chinese, Malay, and English-speaking population, most of the time I see my customers, they want the music to be more dynamic, a little bit brighter, okay, the bass a bit more in your face, a bit tighter, and hence the DSP that we do using a plug and play format, okay, will allow us to a la carte that sound to be more appealing to us, to be more involving.
So you're doing this by adding what?
We will add a DSP amp, okay, so that we can tune the sound,
okay,
all right, as well as add a little bit more amplification to the original speakers.
I see. But don't the stock speakers, some of them come with amplifiers themselves, and some cars are actually being tuned. They have a DSP within the amplifier.
The DSP within the original amplifier, that we don't get to touch.
Okay.
But we can piggyback our DSP onto it. Okay. Before the signal goes out to the speakers, our DSP will come in and then only send it back out to the original speakers. Because most of these original a name brand car audio
Mm.
like your JBL, your Harman Kardon,
Mm.
I find that their stock speakers are okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Mm.
So most of the time for the first round of upgrade, we don't need to change the
Mm.
stock speakers.
Mm.
But we need a means to a la carte the sound,
Mm.
to change the sound somewhat,
Mm.
to suit our listening taste.
Mm.
And generally, like I said, us Asians, we want it a bit more dynamic.
I see. I actually had seen some of these speakers, these so-called branded speakers,
Mhm.
taken it out.
Mhm.
They are all very lightweight,
Yes.
compared
Yes.
to
Yes.
the aftermarket
Yes.
speakers.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I've seen some of them being replaced, and some of them looks pretty normal. As in,
Yes.
they don't look like a branded speaker, so to
Yeah.
speak.
Well, they don't look branded because they don't need to do the packaging for it because it's pre-installed in the car. Whereas for us aftermarket speakers, there needs to be some packaging to look at it. However, first round normally they do perform up to a certain level, of which a lot of my customers they blame it on the speakers for that lackluster feel. But rather, most of the time, it's actually the standard amplifier in the car that is not tuned for the way that we like it to be. Okay, so this is why on a plug and play system is very suitable to plug in the DSP amp, get it up to that liking, all right, and then only go for a speaker change.
I see. So your first solution to your customers are mostly
Yes.
just adding on a DSP amplifier.
For the European cars
Okay.
or the better cars, let's say the middle range cars, okay, the speakers will be the second to be changed.
I see.
The first to go in would be a means for us to tune. All right. But however, if we are talking about the lower range cars like your Myvis, Toyota Vios, and all that, those the speakers will need to be changed in a plug and play format as well.
I see.
Nowadays, there are plug and play ways to get those speakers done to be changed.
I mean, there's so much hype about these particular solution, this plug and play solution. How do you see this plug and play solution in the next 5 to 10 years? Because times are changing so fast.
Yes.
I mean, 10 years ago we didn't have these particular solution.
Right.
What do you think plug and play is going to be like 5 to 10 years later? Will they still be around? You think?
Yeah, they will still be around simply because the listening taste for everyone is different.
Yeah.
So you may get a car that the manufacturer thinks will appeal to the majority of people, but there are still us that needs that better sound. I wouldn't say better sound, but rather the sound that more appeals to us, where we get involved in the music. And when we get involved in the music, we enjoy the drive. Okay. So these plug and play systems nowadays, it makes it very easy for us as the installers to integrate this sort of technology into the car without messing up the wiring of the car.
Okay, so I mean, with the rise of EVs, as you know, I think there are more and more EVs on the road. How are they suitable? A plug and play system for EV owners as well? You think?
Yes. With the advent of better technology nowadays, a lot of these DSP amplifiers have been designed to be low power consuming, compact in size, and hence the EV it will not drain as much of the battery of the EV, and you can use it in that sense, and get the better sound.
Yeah, because I see some of these EVs, their sound system is pretty high tech. They have like, I don't know, 19 speakers, and some of them have these Atmos, Dolby Atmos feature going on.
Yes.
So are the plug and play solutions still able to to
Okay.
cater for these sort of
Eventually, the plug and play systems, there will be amplifiers with greater number of channels.
Mm,
Okay. However, there are two points of thoughts on this.
mm,
Dolby Atmos in the car is
Mm.
coming.
Mm.
It will come.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
However, in the way the music is portrayed to you will be different.
Mm.
Will be different. It
Mm.
will be different
Mm.
in a sense that that's more of I would say a more you feel more enjoyment out of the music with more channels, but with a regular stereo type of implementation, okay, whereby you got left and right
yes.
speakers with a
Yeah.
center speaker,
Yeah.
all right, that one will be a more realistic, a more natural sounding. I would put it that way. The Atmos one, yeah, you're going to make it very enjoyable and a more surround feeling type of thing because you got more speakers.
Yeah.
There'll be speakers up on the roof and all around you.
I guess we don't want to listen to music like that too, lah. With the surround. Watching a movie, going to a
Yes,
cinema, you
yes.
want that sort of effect.
Yes.
But if you want to listen to proper music, I
Yes.
guess the stereo is always
Yes,
the
yes.
better choice.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to save up some questions for our next podcast. I want to thank you for your time. I'm sure we're going to have more and more of these podcasts. For our listeners and viewers, if you have any questions you want to ask Peter based on today's topics, feel free to ask in the comment section. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See you next time.